Okay, so I don't know where we left off, but we had a bunch of fuel under the car coming out of the exhaust. We bolted it all back on. I may have tried it and it started and it sounded good. I turned it right back off, ran back in the house to get my cameraman and woman. Action. Today is the day we're gonna start the Prius. I'm a little nervous. There's a lot that can go wrong. It's all new stuff, just put together, leaks or whatever. I just pulled all the spark plugs out and cranked it with no PCM hooked up to check for oil pressure. And I took the spark plugs out so there's no compression, so it would crank faster. And we have 25 pounds of oil pressure just cranking, so pretty happy with that. A little more confidence there. Let's get the spark plugs back in. We gotta put gas in it. I wanna push it back over to my lift, so in case I have any leaks, I can get it in the air and check it out. I think just spark plugs and gas. Shouldn't be anything, everything. Oh, plug the computer back in. We gotta plug the PCM back in. Now we're gonna fire this thing up today. Fingers crossed. Gotta show them around a little bit.
So this is the gauge cluster so far. It's looking pretty good. Got the car kind of going inside. Got some stuff on the bottom. Right here's the shifter. This was the only shifter that could look good, so we bought it. And that's pretty much all about the inside. So, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.
Got the Prius pushed over on the lift bay. Let's put gas in it. So, I was able to utilize the factory filler neck. If you want to show them inside the back, got the fuel cell open there so I can check for leaks. See any leaking?
No.
There's a really big hose in the back.
A really big hole in the back. Nope.
That looks good.
Huh?
You're pouring in there. It's working. Put 5 gallons in it. Check for leaks. I think I'll cycle the fuel pump. Probably pump it into a bucket up front. Get anything blown out of the lines. If there's any junk in there from making all my AN fittings. So let's get this poured. Oh, and we can see if the fuel gauge works too. That's hooked up.
No leaks.
I don't see any leaks. I think we're pretty good. It'll be leaking right here, or possibly there, but it's dry. I like it. Okay, we'll give that time to air out a little bit, and then we'll plug the PCM in, and when I turn key on, I should have fuel pump. We'll check our lines for any leaks. Okay, I got the PCM plugged in. I'm gonna have you watch up here for me. I'm gonna turn the key on. We should have fuel pump. I want you to listen for gas pouring into this jug, okay?
Okay.
And then I turn the key on. I'm gonna be looking underneath for any leaks.
Will it be?
Okay, we should have fuel pump. Ready? Oh wait, I gotta plug the battery back in. Let me get that real quick. Okay, battery's plugged in. Let's try this again. I don't know if I heard fuel pump. I don't hear fuel pump.
No.
Well, I found a potential problem. My ground wire, my fuel pump, was never hooked up. So I'm gonna jump the relay and I'm gonna touch the ground to ground down there and see if that fixes it. Oh yeah. I got a leak. Okay, stopped leaking. There's a little push connector. I just pushed it in deeper and it worked. Go up there and tell me when you can hear fuel running.
Is it like gonna be little splashes?
Yeah, you'll hear it splashing.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh. We can hear it.
You hear it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll pump a little bit out. Alright. I'm gonna make a ground spot down there for it, and we'll be right back. Quarter full.
Let's see.
You want me to see in there?
I don't know if you can see that, but I can see it. I can see in there pretty good.
I think we're ready to start it. Got a fire extinguisher, got some fluids here to add. Got oil in it, transmission fluid in it, antifreeze. We got the fuel situation figured out. I need a ground for it. So it starts. Well, we definitely have a cylinder one missing. That's ice cold, the other ones are warm.
Right.
Number 2 is cold too.
Gas, that could be your gas can. Smell
Yeah,
raw
I
fuel.
poured some gas in that oil can.
Okay, that could be where it smells.
You need to see if you're getting tired of this coil. Let's see if I'm getting tired of it.
It ain't running.
It's not firing over there for some reason.
Do you know which one it is?
12 volts. Pink wire, yeah, I got 12 volts to pink. If I can find it. It's gonna run, it's just... Yeah, it's there. It's just why I'm definitely not firing on cylinders that I need to be firing.
You're trying to...
What's this?
Made a heck of a difference, didn't it?
In case I had to rip it off, but I can tighten the turbo just sitting on there.
I'm watching, girl.
There you go. Yeah, what the hell?
You leaving 12 volt?
No, it's not. It's coming out the exhaust.
You loaded it up. Like I said, the injector's stuck on or something.
Yeah.
So I said, pull the plugs out.
Yeah. That's gas. It's coming out the exhaust. I don't know where we left off, but we had a bunch of fuel under the car coming out of the exhaust because my welds are so awesome and they don't leak any fuel at all. So I started pulling spark plugs. Number 1 cylinder, completely full of fuel. Might change the oil. Probably have fuel in the oil. We'll worry about that later. So I took the fuel rail and injectors off of my Camaro. Brought them down here, assuming these injectors are bad. Bolted it all back on. I may have tried it, and it started and it sounded good. I turned it right back off, ran back in the house to get my cameraman and woman. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
Nora, are you ready for this?
Nor you might want to plug your ears.
As the old Cletus McFarland would say, how about now? got up on the lift, checked for leaks, found a few minor things. I don't think they're real big of a deal. A little oil seepage, we'll just keep an eye on it. I want to change the oil before I do anything else again with actually running it, because of all the gasoline it got in the cylinders. I'm sure it got in the oil, so I want to change that. Then, yeah, just got to start putting the dash back together and get the carpet in, the seats in, figure out where I put my speedometer. Little things now, but I think getting it running was a big thing. I did put it in gear with the tires off the ground and they were spinning. Brakes aren't bled or anything yet, so I don't have any brakes. So I'm not gonna drive it yet. And then we're gonna talk about the exhaust a little bit. Maybe leave some comments what you think I should do. So here's underneath, and I got my exhaust running up here and to these mufflers. And then you can see this is where the factory IS300 exhaust would have ran through. Now, what I'm not sure I want to do is, do I want to do a pipe out each side? Or should I do 4 right in the center? Almost like a Corvette style. Now I do have the bottom, this isn't the actual fuel cell, but this is the tub I made for the fuel cell to sit in. So I got that kind of in the way. We can come up through here, and it'd be real nice if I can, cut into the bumper, but I don't think, well, that's not gonna happen with the fuel cell, there. So I'm leaning more towards the 4 in the center, like a Corvette style. Let me know what you think. I can put some heat shield or something on this and help. But yeah, we'll get the brakes bled, interior start putting back together, and this thing's about ready to drive. We'll let it sit overnight and see if I lose any more oil. There's a lot I spilt down there just trying to fill the transmission up while I was running. So yeah, I think it's pretty successful for today. Now, unfortunately, since I stole all the injectors off my Camaro, don't really want to take them all back off here because they're so far up under the cowl, it's hard to reach them. So I think the Camaro is going to be getting new injectors, but we'll see. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.